Welcome to Evolve Your Life, the podcast where values meet vision, ambition meets alignment, and family fuels your purpose. I'm Dr. Stefanie Ascher, chiropractor, entrepreneur, homeschool mom, cancer warrior, and your go-to girl for building harmony in every area of life. Around here, women step into living fully and authentically, and we believe you are capable and worthy of it all. So grab your coffee, get cozy, and let's evolve your life together. Hey love, welcome back to Evolve Your Life. If you have ever wanted to live a life that feels peaceful and empowered, this episode is for you. Today, I'm sharing the 5 core pillars that have completely transformed the way I live, lead, and show up in every area of my life. These are my values. These are the rhythms that helped me rebuild after burnout, find purpose after pain, and design a life that feels aligned from the inside out. By the end of this episode, you will understand the heart behind Evolve Your Life and what you can expect from every episode moving forward. I started Evolve Your Life because I was called to create a community where women could show up exactly as they are, not striving for perfection, but seeking progress and creating harmony in every aspect of their life. I saw women trying to do it all, building businesses, leading their families, taking care of their health, but they were losing their peace and their identity in the process. I know what it feels like to hustle your way to success, whether it's success at home, success in your personal life, but still feel really disconnected and just completely exhausted. I wanted to create a space that just feels real, refreshing, and anchored in truth, because we so often see on social media the highlight reel of people's lives, but behind closed doors, we are having conversations about how challenging it can really be. And I wanted Evolve Your Life and the community that we're building to be a place where women feel seen, heard, encouraged, empowered. I want you to feel when you come here like you are being wrapped up in a warm hug from your best friend, like you're hearing words that will encourage you to be bold throughout your week, and also like you're getting a swift kick in the ass when you need it. This is my way of saying that you can be who you are, you can build something beautiful, you are capable and worthy of it all, and we are all in this together. I built Evolve Your Life around 5 distinct core pillars. These are the anchors that carry me through the different seasons. The first is family. My family is what I am building harmony for. After walking through a season where I sacrificed that a lot, my perspective completely changed. I realized I was out of alignment with this value because I was placing my value and worth on success and achieving different goals and benchmarks. And I was trying to create balance among all of the different things in my life. And I realized there's no such thing. Now I strive for harmony because some days I am all in at home with my kiddos. And there are some days where I am all in on the businesses. What it comes down to is my why is the same. It's to create a legacy for my family that means something, creating a legacy that will outlive me. But part of creating a legacy is understanding that our legacy is not what we're leaving behind when we're gone. It's how we show up every day that shapes the way that our kids grow up seeing the world so that they know how capable they are, what they are able to create, and showing them through daily habits and patterns how we care for ourselves and prioritize what matters most. When building a business or multiple businesses, family is not a distraction from your purpose, but it's really part of it. And so teaching my kids what presence and purpose really looks like means they're involved in it all. My kids are so blessed to hear conversations that are all about our calling and knowing that they're not competing with that, but they're part of it. They're right along for the ride. And it's important to know that you can build an empire without losing your home, in the process. Once I learned to protect my family, I realized that my faith had it to be anchored at the core of it all. Now, faith first for me personally shapes my day to day life. I wake up every day and try to prioritize my faith because faith is not something where you can just go to church once a week and think that you're going to be fed and it's going to carry you through the entire week. But faith also isn't just about religion or perfection, it's about rhythm. It's what keeps you grounded when life feels uncertain. And I have had to learn that when I lead on God, in his calling, in his direction, everything else finds its place. My faith is my compass. It drives every decision I make, everything that I choose to do during my day. And when I have led with faith, it removes the pressure to have it all figured out. And I have felt a sense of peace that doesn't come from control, but that comes from surrender by allowing my faith to lead the way of me stepping into my calling, following God's purpose and plans, and knowing that I might not always see the full picture, but He's already been there. God knows it all from start to finish, exactly what our lives are going to look like. He's walking before us. He's paving our path, and all we have to do is be obedient and take the next best step in our faith. I realized after sacrificing myself and my family for the sake of striving for success, that if I didn't prioritize my health and wellness, I didn't have anything. A lot of times, I think, especially as moms, we think that self care can be really selfish. And the reality is, our families need us to show up for ourselves before we can show up for anybody else. And so, the shift in wellness that led me to create more flow, not just in my health, but the way that I live and the way that I work, is scheduling in my self care just like I would any other appointment. After I was sick, I found so much beauty in learning to slow down and prioritize myself. I had been living a life where I was just jumping from one thing to the next. I was letting other people dictate what my schedule looked like based on where and who needed me that day. But your health is the foundation for every dream that you build. Something that I love is you cannot pour from an empty cup. And I used to think that busy and burnout were a badge of honor, and they are not. I no longer want to be the busiest person that anybody knows. I strive to be the most productive and efficient because I have prayed for God to bless my life with all of these big, abundant things. And I have prayed for a full plate. And now I'm in a season of learning to steward that all well. And in order to do that, in order to be able to show up the best for my kids, for my husband, for my team, for my community, I have to show up for me first. So this means prioritizing eating good, healthy foods, make sure I'm getting my workouts in, taking my time to use my red light. And let me be really real. I'm still drinking way too much coffee. Please don't ask me to give it up because that's where I draw the line. But your success is only sustainable when your health supports it. I knew after going through a season of hardship with my cancer journey, and after realizing that I was having a lot of resentment for all of the blessings in my life because of the hustle mode that I was in, that I was seeking a level of freedom that I needed to focus on creating. That need for freedom is what prompted me to begin homeschooling my kids, prioritize travel, grow my team so I could step into a different level of entrepreneurship so that I was not the end all and be all for everybody. And now I create from a place of flow rather than force. I am so blessed to have prioritized building a life where my work supports my family and my freedom and my travel, not the other way around. Something we need to realize is that freedom is a mindset before it's a schedule. And freedom is not found in your calendar, it's found in your choices. And the flow happens when you stop striving and start surrendering. Because one of the most beautiful things that I realized is I don't need a vacation from a life that's aligned. I don't want to need a vacation to escape my life because I'm living the life of my dreams. So now the trips and the vacations, they're just part of my freedom and flow. And when all of the pieces, when faith and family and wellness and freedom come together, abundance naturally flows. Abundance to me now, after everything I've been through, means something very different than it used to. To me, when I thought of the word abundance, I thought of money, if I'm being very honest. And my definition of that has really changed. Now, abundance for me means the ability to not carry the weight of the world on my shoulders, to know that I am walking in alignment with my purpose and my calling, that I have a community of people around me who love me and support me and see me as exactly who I am, to have a business that feels good, where it doesn't feel like I'm coming and clocking in and just doing my job and going home, but to feel like I can create something that matters, something that's bigger than me, to have a team by my side that I love to share life with and be on mission and on vision with. And my definition of success has evolved a lot because now it's all based around creating that freedom and flow. For me now, abundance isn't about having more, it's about living aligned. I've shifted from that place of chasing to creating and from striving to stewarding. And stewardship has been one of my words for this year because I am living the life that I've always prayed for in every way. And abundance is gratitude, it's purpose, peace, and overflow. And abundance is alignment, and you just can't out hustle misalignment. But when your heart and your habits align, overflow is inevitable. These 5 pillars are more than categories. They're the way I live, they're the way I lead, and the way that I build everything I create. My hope is that each episode here leaves you a little more grounded, a little more inspired, and a lot more reminded that you are capable and worthy of creating a life that feels peaceful and powerful. Over the next few weeks, we'll start diving into each of these pillars one by one. We'll talk about faith rhythms, family harmony, health habits, freedom in your flow, and abundance in your calling. You don't evolve by accident, you evolve by alignment. And just remember that peace and purpose aren't opposites, they're partners in creating this beautiful life. Until next time, you are capable and worthy of it all, and I can't wait to evolve our lives together. Thanks for hanging out with me today on Evolve Your Life. If this episode inspired you, leave a review, share it with a friend, follow so you never miss a moment, and come connect with me on Instagram at Dr. Stefanie Ascher. Until next time, keep evolving your life boldly, beautifully, and unapologetically.